Let's go to the Toyota of Hollywood guest line. Shop over 2,000 Toyotas on sale at one location at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan, and toyotaofhollywood.com. Everybody fired up down here. Certainly, Stephen Ross was fired up because the Miami Dolphins drafted a Michigan Wolverine for the first time in the first round since Jake Long in 2008. Yesterday, they take Kenneth Grant, and we have Michigan Wolverines defensive line coach Lou Esposito joining us here. Coach, thanks for the time. Really appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem. Appreciate you guys having me on.
This has to be a first, right? Two of top 15 D linemen from one team. This is crazy.
It's crazy. Like, I mean, we have great players, and you know better than anybody else's development we do at Michigan's different. It's you got to get the right guys for the right fit, and then when they get here, they got to be tilted a certain way. And these guys are both tilted unbelievably. Like, they are great players, great people, great families. Like, KG is an absolute beast, and he is going to be something special. I can't wait to see him play.
Now, one of the shocking things for me is that because I went to the Texas game and I saw Mason and Kenneth standing next to each other, and I was like, wow, Mason's only like 270. No, he's like almost 302. And I'm like, it's just crazy.
He's actually over that. Like, he played the whole season between 310 and 315, and KG played the whole season between 330 and 340.
Right. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Massive. And we were able to do some things on defense last year because of those two guys. Right. You know, it's like anything else. When you have those guys inside, you can really force everything sideways, and which we use to our advantage. And those guys, they're special. KG is really special as well as Mason.
Now, one of the things that I was told is, like, we see Mason, he's all over the place, high motor, moves around quick or whatever, but people sleep on the quickness and the feet of KG. Why don't you tell us? Because I think that's going to be one of the biggest misnomers about him, is because of his size, they don't realize how fleet of foot he is.
Yeah, and I think that in the whole process, in this whole draft process for him, you know, when it first started, all the coaches are like, hey, talk to me about his pass rush. If we're going to take a guy in the first round, talk to me about his pass rush. Every team asks the same question. I said, well, go watch the last 6 games. Like, literally watch the Ohio State game. I mean, he had like 9 pressures at nose tackle in Ohio State. He's such a good athlete. He's so explosive. And, like, when you watch him on his feet, like, the thing that the trait that he has that is different than everybody else is a guy his size doesn't move like a guy that's 285 pounds. And he does. And he can beat guys with power because of his size. He can beat guys with hands because he plays with unbelievable fundamental hands. Mm-hmm. And then he can out-quick guys. And if you watch him, he'll power a guy, and then all of a sudden he sidesteps an arm over, and the guy's falling on his face. Then all of a sudden he comes back with a shake bull to an arm over. So he has an unbelievable bag of moves that sometimes it gets overshadowed because of Mason. And Mason's elite. Right. And so is KG. Like, I truly believe if KG was on a different, like, KG would be the guy that everybody talked about. And we were just blessed to have both of them. And they're good in their own ways. And it's been a blessing. And you guys would be so excited about KG and what he brings to the team.
Can you, Coach Lou Esposito here, Michigan defensive line coach, Kenneth Grant in college. So very excited to have him on the show. That viral clip, of course, of him chasing down the running back. Like, when you watch this guy in practice and you see the explosion, just what goes through your head? Because it doesn't seem like it computes. It doesn't make sense.
I mean, it shows up, honestly, most of the time it shows up in pass rush. And it's not him rushing the passer. It's all of a sudden the quarterback breaks the pocket and he's running the guy down. I mean, there's 3 or 4 sacks that Jay Stu had this year that he's running the guy down from the front, and he sees KG and slows down, and Jay Stu tackle, sack, fumble, and we see it every day in practice. And, like, we talk about running out of the stacks. We talk about pillars here at Michigan, right? And effort and angles is one of the pillars we talk about. And KG was a mainstay on the tape. So we take clips from practice and games, and then we show the defense, hey, this is what it's supposed to look like. And he was a mainstay. Like, we use that still to this day. of KG running out of stacks, and it's a screen, it's a toss, it's something on the perimeter. Like, because people don't run at him because you can't do it. Like, they try to get him going sideways.
Right.
And I think that's the biggest thing. When you have a guy that big that plays with that effort and that motor, and he can move the way he does. I mean, the guy on the basketball courts, I mean, bouncy and twitchy. You watch him. I mean, in high school, I remember watching him. I walked to a track meet, and I was at another school. Obviously, he went to Michigan, but I mean, he threw a shot put, and I'm like, who the hell just threw that? It was like 60 feet, and it was like effortless. So he is a big, phenomenal athlete that is only going to get better. And the key to him is he's not a 6'5", 6'6" kid. He's a 6'3" guy, 6'4" guy with 6'10" wingspan. So his natural pad level doesn't get high, and it's awesome. And he's gonna be great.
Now, one of the things that I was amazed at, and you've probably been around football a long time. A guy that size in that good of shape never missed a game.
Never missed a game.
That has to be one. I think of all the things that I heard, to be able to play like that and never miss a game at Michigan with the double teams, the attacks on his legs, the chasing, just getting caught up in the pile, just certain things happen. That is the most impressive thing to me, that he never missed a game.
I got a crazy story. So we're in camp, right? And you know, in Michigan, we practice differently.
Yeah.
Like every week we go live on Tuesday.
Mhm.
I don't care. The week before Alabama, we're playing live in the bowl game. The week before Ohio State, we're going live. Our Beat Ohio drill. We go live. So we're in camp, and it's a dog days of camp. And I look at KG. I'm like, yo, you want me to I'm going to give you a couple plays off here to save you. And he looked at me. He goes, Coach, I ain't built that way. I ain't about that shit. And literally, I said, you got it. I said, you want to go racks of 4 or 2? He goes, give me 4. Give me all of it, Coach. And from that moment, I knew he got wired different, man. Right. Yeah, he's wired. And the dude is so proud, and he's such a competitor. And all he wants to do is make people in his life proud. And the way he does that is with his football and how he acts off the field. Like he's a home run, man. He's really good.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, Coach. You just gave me the goosies. Like that was
lore. I mean, I'm telling you, he said it to me, and I walked away, and it was one of the things you walk away and like, dude, I got goosebumps on my arm thinking about it.
Right.
So he's a special young man, and he's going to be really, really good. And he's the other thing that nobody talks about with both of these kids. They just turned 21 years old. Like I coached the Fisk kid that's with the Rams that went to Florida State for a year. I had him for 5 years at Western Michigan. Like Fisk was 25. Like I had Marshawn Nealand, who got drafted by the Cowboys last year in the second round. Like he was 24. Like these guys are 21 years old. They just turned 21. And shoot, who's the big D tackle that you guys got that had the 10 sacks? I can't believe I'm drawing a photo. Yeah, so I recruited him at Ferris State. Like, again, like those dudes were older when they got in the league. Like 3 years from now, these guys' bodies and KG's bodies and just their physical makeup is going to be totally different.
Right.
I can't wait to see what those two do together. I think that's going to be a fun thing with Sealer and KG together. That sounds like it's going to be pretty dynamic.
Yeah,
it'll be pretty cool, man.
Yep.
I just want to get your coach, your thoughts on this. Leroy Horde, of course, a proud Michigan Wolverine.
Go Blue.
What do you think of even in the midst of Ohio State winning the national championship, him mocking Ohio State fans for wanting their coach fired in an airport as he walks away to his flight?
I mean, bleed blue, bro.
You can't
bleed blue, bro. Like that's what you do.
You can't brag about winning the national championship, and you didn't even want your coach 5 months ago. I'm not having it. I'm not having it.
I'm with you, man. Like I stay out of all the fan stuff because it gets wild, and I want to keep my family out of it because sometimes people poke at my family and I get upset about it. But I mean, it's crazy. Like if you just go back and like the same people that are like literally 5 weeks ago were like, get rid of them.
Right. So, I can't. You know what else? You know what else gets them, coach? I say, listen. in order to be the champs, you got to beat the champs. So the way I look at it, we back-to-back national champs. Oh, they hate that one.
So this is fun. Last night, I had all the guys over, right? Because we had a workout this morning. So they couldn't go to any of these draft parties or, go see these guys. So I said, okay, I'm going to have all the guys over. We had all the D-line over. A couple of the position groups came over the house. We're in the basement. Guys are cheering. I'm not going to say who, but every time an Ohio State guy came up, I'm 4-0 against that dude. I'm 3-0 against that dude. We're like,
yeah.
And again, like, it's just, we talk about it and they talk about it all the time. We could say whatever we want. They could paint whatever they want to paint. At the end of the day, that's the game. They don't name it the game for it not to mean anything. It means everything. And I think it's important. And when you come to Michigan, that's one of the first things we say. Like Coach Moore has, number one, day one goals: beat your rivals.
Yep.
Beat the team down south. Like, and we talk about it every day. So for us, it's good.
Coach Lou Esposito joining us here, Michigan defensive line coach. What kind of influence did they leave? Like they're bringing, like, but as far as leaders in the room for your next guys, your next wave that's coming there, like what can you say just about their leadership, their influence that they had on that room?
So football wise, I could tell you, like, we went through a whole first spring without them, obviously, for 3 years. And all the cut-ups that we make, hey, do it like Mace. Hey, you remember when Mace used to do this on the simulated pressure? You remember when KG used to do this? So we use that a lot. And then we've brought some guys in, some transfers in that are really good players. And it's like, hey, coach, can you pull up that call with Mace and KG running it? Yeah, here you go. Here's that twist. Here's that stunt. Here's the arm technique. And I think it's good. The other thing, before I forget, the Miami Dolphins defense, I mean, Coach Weave, the DC, worked with Wink for a long time. So the defensive vocabulary is very, very similar, like calls, techniques, everything. So, like, KG's going to go in there with a step up compared to a lot of other people. Like, we're talking about half, and we're talking about padding back, like a lot of schemes. It's amazing. These guys go through all these interview processes, and I'm not going to say the teams, but like Mace and KG would come back like, coach, they don't even pad back. They're just running up the field and creating horizontal lanes. Like, we talk about the run wall and setting hard edges, and he's going to fit into what Miami does really, really well.
Pretty awesome. Coach Lou Esposito, thanks so much for giving us some time today. We're excited about it. And
hey, Lou, I'll hunt you up next time I come to a game, because I went to the Texas game, but I'll come back. I'll look you up.
Yeah, next time you come back, we'll have a little bit better luck.
All right, yeah, all right.
All right, guys.
All right.
See you guys.
There you go. Appreciate you, Coach.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
There you go. That is Lou Esposito, defensive line coach.
How can you not be fired up?
Wolverines.
How can you not be fired up?
That story gave me the goosies, dude.
How can you not be fired up?
Very excited. Very excited.
I'm telling you.
Frog Boy, how do you feel?
No, listen. Before I was like, yeah, we needed to fill a position. Now I'm excited. Now I feel like I know things more. That he's just like a smarter player, how he affects the game more, and that story that coach told. Listen, hey, wow, that was good.
Hey, Leroy.
What's up?
That's good producing.
That's good producing.
That's producing.
Hey, that was put together in like 25 minutes.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.